Member for Belmont.
Mr Speaker, I move that the following address in reply to His Excellency's speech be agreed to. To His Excellency the Honourable Mr Malcolm McCusker, AC, CVO QC, Governor of the State of Western Australia, may it please Your Excellency, we, the Legislative Assembly of the Parliament of the State of Western Australia, in Parliament assembled, beg to express loyalty to our most gracious Sovereign and to thank Your Excellency for the speech you have been pleased to address to Parliament. Mr Speaker, I offer my congratulations for your election to the position of Speaker. I am honoured to address this chamber for the first time as a member of the 39th Parliament and as a member of the successful Barnett government. The reason I use the term successful to describe the Barnett government is because following its first term, the Barnett government was re-elected with a two-party preferred majority of 58%, the highest two-party preferred result in nearly 100 years. It is with great pride that I'm representing the residential and the business communities of Ascot, Belmont, Cloverdale, Kewdale, Rivervale, Redcliffe, South Guildford and Welshpool as the member for Belmont. When the seat of Belmont was first created in 1962, the Liberal government did not bother to stand a candidate. However, in 1965, a local GP, Dr Boyd Buttsworth, ran for the Liberal Party and came within 500 votes of winning. Until the 9th of March of this year, this was the best result the Liberal Party had ever achieved in Belmont. As the current member for Belmont, I now acknowledge the previous member, the Honourable Eric Ripper, who served our community with dedication from 1988 until retiring this year. Those 25 years of service are a long time to commit to public life, and on behalf of our community, I thank him and his staff. Physically, the seat of Belmont is blessed with diversity, and it extends from the Rose Hill Golf Club in South Guildford to the Goodwood Parade boat ramp in Rivervale, and from the Kewdale Freight Marshalling Yards to the banks of the Swan River. One of the reasons Belmont is such a great place to live is that it has such a vibrant community. There are many community groups in Belmont, and I would like to acknowledge some of the groups that I have worked with and I'm proud to have in Belmont. I acknowledge the City of Belmont RSL, the Senior Citizens Association, the Belmont Sports and Recreation Club, the Belmont Library, the parents who run all the junior sports, the Faulkner Park Retirement Village, our primary schools, the two senior high schools of the Belmont City College and the Kewdale Islamic College, the Oasis Leisure Centre, the Belmont Forum Shopping Centre, the Rose Hill Golf Club, Ascot Racecourse and Perth Airport. I also acknowledge all the Christian leaders in Belmont, especially Dr John Yates, Father Nelson Poe, Pastor Ken Fletcher, Pastor Yat Wan and Reverend Roger Bull, and I thank them for their spiritual guidance. I come to this chamber like many of you as a proud parent. Raising 4 children has been one of the greatest learning experiences for me, and I'm grateful for the wonderful adults that all my children have become. My eldest daughter, Deborah, is a school teacher. My son, Kim, is a train driver in Geraldton. My second daughter, Janelle, is an artist in Esperance, and my youngest daughter, Renee, is a hairdresser. They have all married to lovely people and now have children of their own. Regrettably, late last year during the campaign, my husband, Ron, died following a long-term illness. I know that he would have wanted to be here today. During this difficult time, my children were my anchor and I love them very much and thank them for their encouragement and support. At this point, I remember and pay tribute to my parents, Nell and Eddie Ward, now both deceased. Our parents raised my brother Lindsay and my 3 sisters, Kay, Noeline, Coralie and I, in our family home in Como. As a family, our parents guided us with many liberal beliefs, and the three that most resonated with me personally are firstly a belief in the innate worth of the individual and the need to encourage initiative and personal responsibility. Secondly, a belief in a just and humane society and the value of voluntary effort in community achievements. And thirdly, a belief in the importance of the family and that the standards of a free society should support family ideals. With such strongly held beliefs, I eventually joined the Liberal Party in 1995, and since my early years in the party have benefited from support and guidance of many party members, most notably Don Randall. 20 years ago, in 1993, Don Randall ran as the Liberal candidate for Belmont. He is now the federal member for Canning and has always given me encouragement along the way, especially during my 3 attempts to secure, firstly, a seat on the Belmont Council, and then my 3 attempts to win the state seat of Belmont. The support I've received from the Liberal Party through Menzies House for this campaign, led by Ben Morton and his team, has been without fault, and I express my sincere gratitude to them. I also thank the Liberal Party Swan Division, led by its President Andre Shannon, and my hard-working campaign committee, who always remain positive despite the many challenges. To the many friends, family and volunteers that played an important role in winning the seat of Belmont, I thank you for your confidence in both the campaign and myself. Having lived and worked in Belmont for over 24 years, I've been involved in my community in many ways and have been fortunate to pursue many areas of personal interest, including sports, community groups, education, local government and waste management. I was first elected as a member on the Belmont City Council in 1997, and in 2005 I had the privilege of becoming the Mayor of the City of Belmont, a position I held for 6 years. During my time as Mayor, I was proud to be the patron of the Belmont Sports and Recreation Club, the WA Chrysanthemum Society and the Belmont Masters Swimming Club. As a municipality, Belmont was established in 1898, and I'm personally proud of the city's coat of arms and its symbolic representation of Belmont. The 3 sections of the coat of arms contain firstly a kiln and a cog to represent the early industry of brickmaking and now modern industry, which is one of the dominant features of the city. The second section contains 2 wings, which are symbolic of flight and Perth's airports. And the horse in the third section symbolises the thoroughbred horse racing industry, which in this state is older than Belmont itself. The colours of green, blue and silver represent respectively public open space, the open sky and the Swan River, which is home to the black swan. Another area of personal interest I have worked on is local education, and as a board member of the independent Belmont City College, I'm proud of the good work being done at the college, particularly in regard to the student attendance. Students whose attendance is less than 49% are classified as being at severe risk, and through the college's hard work, they have managed to drop the percentage of severe risk students to 11%, far below the average of 25% at other like schools. Currently at the college, Aboriginal students represent 50% of the severe risk students, and I look forward to working with both the college and the government to engage those families in lowering that figure. I've been a member of the Western Australian Local Government Association for over 6 years. Of the various committees that I have worked on, I particularly enjoyed working on the Governance and Honours Committees and the Local Government House Trust. In regard to my work with the Trust, it's rewarding to finally see the new local government house being built on Railway Parade in Leederville. I've enjoyed working with many local representatives from around Western Australia, and I extend my appreciation to the Association's President, Troy Pickard, and the Chief Executive Officer, Ricky Burgess, for their support and professional leadership within local government. During my time in council, I was a member of the Resource Recovery Committee of the Eastern Metropolitan Regional Council for over 8 years. The Eastern Metropolitan Regional Council, which serves 1/3 of the Perth metropolitan area, was constituted under the Local Government Act in 1983. For the past 30 years, it has served the East Metro region very well with the removal, processing, treatment and disposal of waste. Within the council, the Red Hill Waste Management Facility is recognised as a best practice facility which undertakes a number of activities to divert waste from landfill. I put it to this chamber that one of the greatest challenges in regard to metropolitan waste is the establishment of a metropolitan-wide organisation to manage waste, similar to the structure of the Eastern Metropolitan Regional Council. Such an entity would have a greater capacity to push best practice benchmarks across the metropolitan area, replacing the ad hoc system that currently exists. Furthermore, a unified approach would also bring about improvements in waste management education, reductions in waste to landfill, and improved economic and environmental outcomes. During my time on council, I also learned the importance of going outside your local area and engaging other communities so that we can learn from each other. The City of Belmont has a sister city relationship with Adachi, a prefecture of Tokyo. This relationship was established in 1984 and next year will be celebrating its 30th anniversary. The relationship has been very successful, receiving the support of the current mayor and his 4 predecessors. To celebrate this relationship, Adachi Park on the banks of the Swan River was dedicated to the sister city relationship that we both enjoy. Our interaction with Adachi occurs on many fronts, including annual student and citizen exchanges and art and cultural exchanges, which have created many friendships which continue today. It was with great sadness that following the tsunami, I wrote to the Mayor of Adachi to send our condolences from our community. Given the wide impact of the tsunami, our support was very much appreciated. On Thursday, the 28th of March, only 5 days after the polls were officially declared for Belmont, my first official duty as the local member was to host the Prime Minister in opening the newly upgraded Great Eastern Highway. The new highway's artwork and landscaping look wonderful, with the drive from the airport to Perth including a beautiful view down the river. Credit for this is due to the Belmont Council, which purchased residential land adjacent to the Swan River and converted it to parkland. Both state and federal funding contributed to the upgrade, with the member for Swan, Steve Irons, MP, having been a strong advocate to get this project completed. It was promised in 1990 after the Graham Farmer Tunnel was completed, but did not get back on the agenda until 2007. The City East Alliance is to be credited for finishing this project before time and on budget, with no lost time due to injuries. Having now spoken about what has already happened within Belmont, I will speak about the future of Western Australia. We live in exciting times with the new football stadium, SciTech and Elizabeth Quay set to become great assets for all Western Australians to enjoy. With the Perth waterfront development, the Elizabeth Quay project went out for public comment. 56 submissions were received. Mine was one of those submissions. One of my reasons for strongly supporting the proposal was that the redevelopment included a nationally significant centre for Indigenous culture, art and learning as a major centrepiece of the new waterfront. This has been overdue for a long time, with the Noongar people of the eastern region lobbying for such a centre for many years. Their culture is acknowledged internationally, and this development will be a major tourist attraction as well as a big step in closing the gap. At a local level, the challenges for Belmont that I will be working on include resolving the issues around the Ascot kilns, law and order, local education and infrastructure projects, particularly around the airport. State challenges that I will be taking a personal interest in are the Swan River, waste management and local government reform. Although I've covered a number of issues that affect the electorate of Belmont, I acknowledge that there are many more that I'm yet to speak of. I know that my election was a close one, and this will not stop me from working hard on behalf of everybody in the seat of Belmont. I will now close by saying that I'm proud to both live in and represent Belmont as a rapidly developing city with a vision to be home to a diverse and harmonious community.
Member for Forestfield.